All right, hold on. Back to the women that make more money, right?
Dun, dun, dun.
Man, this is one of the hottest topics we had in a minute.
I hate the wrong one. That's embarrassing.
Messing up, my guy. You might have to get fired from your position over there.
I am. It's okay. Anyway, I just found out the news about the shorty that wrote "No Guidance" for Chris Brown, right? And she's written so many other songs. This young black girl, my sister Tiffany sent this to me. She said, "Yo, this could be literally you." I sent her a couple of my songs recently, and she was so enamored with my talent as a writer, and it was just like, "Baby bro, please keep going, please keep going."
Mm-hmm.
Cause I'm like, a young girl that that had wrote something like that, and it hit triple platinum. You kidding me? You know what I'm saying? You end up dating her. Let's say she's of age. I don't know how old the girl is anyway. Let's say she's like 24 or something, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Let's go with that.
You're a sound producer. You're a sound engineer, right?
Yeah.
You know, you're executive. You make your own music. You write. But she's been doing this or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say just as long as you've been doing this.
Right.
But she's had X amount of more hits and she's more profitable now.
Fair.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she's making more than you, even though you have the same job.
Okay.
She just had different opportunities.
Yes.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, is that an issue? She makes more money than you.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why it could be.
Jealousy, envy, because you didn't have the same opportunity she did.
Not necessarily. Not even that. Because I know I'm gonna get there. That's neither here nor there.
Boom! I like the confidence. That's the first one I got right, yo. Yeah.
Get on there. Problem is, music industry is a little bit of people,
Right.
but a lot of stuff goes on in it.
Okay.
Who's she gonna be around? What's gonna be around her? What's the day? What's the hours? The days, times, and nights. One day might slip up. Something might happen. I'm gonna have to just take that. I'm gonna have to make a decision at that point. Do I stay? Do I go?
Why? Why can't you just learn from her?
Learn what? After she did what she did.
Learn how she came up with those kind of ideas. Get inspiration from. There's always something to learn.
We ain't gotta be together to learn from each other. It's not the point.
But I'm saying, like, it just makes it easier. You're dating someone who's in a similar field than you are. There's always going to be. Imagine being able to go home.
Why do I have to be dating a woman to learn
bro,
from her?
take the cynicism out of it. Like, let's just say
it's not
you
cynicism,
have someone.
It's a reality.
All right, no. All right, reality. Would you like to have someone that you can, share something with at the end of the day? Not necessarily you have to be married, but have someone you'd be able to say and come home
does. Everyone
do
does.
you?
What I just say? Everyone does.
You're not saying I, Dre. You're just saying everyone.
I'm implying I when I say
cool.
Everyone.
You're implying
does.
yourself that you want someone to come home to at the end of the day.
Of course.
Okay, boom.
That's
right.
cool.
Imagine being able to tell someone who understands instead of trying to tell someone who doesn't get it. We're all on the same podcast, so like if we leave, right? I go above and beyond for something else now. You're going above and beyond for something else. You're going above and beyond in your current field. Let's say you have a new podcast team or you're teaching a new podcast team or whatever, and you just need a vent about something because, like, they don't get it. You pick up the phone and call one of us because we get it. We lived it with you. It makes that conversation easier. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot you can learn from someone who's doing something that you want. It's going to be a relationship anyways. Whether you dating,
I don't have to be sexually involved or be dating this person.
All right. Okay. Now, if you're not, all right. So you're not. So you mean to tell me people still don't feel like when their friends make more money than you?
Yeah, but I don't give a fuck.
Okay. Keep that same mindset when you date them. Is what I'm saying.
Different dynamic.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is.
No, it is not. Because it started off at one way anyway. Because you didn't like them for the money they were getting. You liked them for them. You like them for them. Yeah. That does not matter.
That
just pushes you to go.
That's the way we're supposed to look at things, and that's
just the way that
right?
you can choose to take out of it. You know, sometimes you can't choose how you feel about someone.
Of course,
but how can you be? Yeah, you're right. But
it's two sides of every story.
For longevity of a relationship.
If you have to keep questioning, or if that one lingering thought that she makes more money is going to bother you, and you think it's going to bother you for the long run.
You can't fuck up. That means you can't fuck up. What are you going to do?
Okay, if she mess up, right?
I'll just get another. It's not like she have a move. Oh, fuck him. I'll just get another.
No. Let's say let's say she cheats on you, right? You know she's a very popular sound engineer, songwriter, whatever. She cheats on you, and she gets a Kim K. Hold on. She gets a Kim K style video put out there on the web, right? And let's say that drops all her work because you know they knew what kind of person she was, and she turned out to be this kind of person. No one wants to work with her anymore. Let's say she pulled the Johnny Depp situation. She abused her husband on some Chris Brown Rihanna stuff. I hate to bring that up, but let's just say it was like that.
Oh, Johnny Depp was getting abused?
Yes. Anyway, let's just say that, you know, like she's an abuser or whatever to you, whatever, right? But you just eat it. You just eat it, whatever. Abuse is abuse, no matter the sex, right? Now, let's say she gets canceled. No one wants to work with her. Her income diminishes. Yeah, if she hasn't saved up what she has or what she did have, sure, she's going to struggle. But money runs out, baby, just like time. Where's she going to get that next job from?
I'm talking about longevity in a normal relationship.
Okay,
not Britney Spears and Kevin Federline.
But we were just talking about if she makes more. What normal job do you make more? You flipping burgers at Burger King, and then she works. You know, she works at a PI firm or something. She works at a.
There's a lot of regular jobs that pay a decent wage.
Okay, you work at TGI Fridays, right? Your girlfriend works at Nike.
Okay.
She works at the Nike outlet.
Overtime. If anything goes wrong in your direction, right? If you do anything wrong, how easy for her is to say the Beyonce line where it's like, "I have another you in a minute."
She was never invested to begin with. If she can say that.
No, she was.
Nah,
but because
she gave up on you. If you're invested, you don't give up on what you invested in.
If you have a
dream,
I give them that.
If you have a dream that you want something, you're not going to stop till you get it. If you believe that you don't want to curse anymore, if you believe you want peace in your life, you're going to fight to get that, right? Like you have an opportunity. You're going for your opportunity. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not letting a living situation, you're not letting a car breaking down, you're not letting any of that stop you because you're going for it.
But
you're immersed.
It takes time to get immersed.
You're immersed. You're invested in it.
It takes time to get immersed.
Yes, you're taking the time to do that. But if she's not taking the time and she's giving up on you, and she has that,
she don't give up on you early. She has that many options. What we would do. It's what we would do.
Don't get me wrong. I get that. I'm not saying that a guy wouldn't do the same thing.
So, in order to have longevity,
have longevity, you have to have the will to keep fighting. The same way you would fight for what you want.
Of course.
That's what I'm saying.
Of course, but you don't just instantly, not always anyway. You don't instantly just want this person to the point where like, I can't live.
It takes time, and that's dangerous too. And that's dangerous.
Anything goes wrong,
and I get that. She could fall back in love with the old high school crush. You know what I mean?
Insecure.
Or let's say that insecurity. Let's say that insecurity.
No, you're talking about the show.
You're talking about the show. I've never seen the show Insecure.
Yeah, I've never seen the show.
Yeah. But let's use her insecurity. She's insecure on the fact that, you know, she's always second guessing you.
True. And I guess, you know what, bro? There's going to be bad. There's going to be bad and good in any situation you twist up and put together. And I just think this is one of the scenarios where it's easy to think of things that can go wrong, but it's not like it can't work.
Exactly. You work to make it work. That's how I feel. My parents have been together 28 plus years. They make it work. And I know there are people out there that's like, yo, how do you do this when he does this? You're guessing and you're trying to figure out an angle to what they have that you don't. It's not for you. It's not for you. The same way power may not be for you, it is for me. The same way country is for me, not for him. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Certain things are not for you. Stop trying to pry into something that does not belong to you.
I think that deserves a yellow button.
I would say to the point that relationships front, this person been together for 28 or so years.
How old am I? Yeah.
Different time period.
Longer than that. I'm bugging. 30, I said 28, 32 years, 33 years, something like that.
Different time periods. Because nowadays it's so much of a different value on what love is in relationships and marriage. So I just That's all I had to say on that front.
And not everyone can say that, because I have friends who don't have their parents in their lives or whatever. I had a friend who's been with the same girl since he was in 7th grade. 7th grade, you're what? 11, 12?
Depends on who you are. Sure, some people 15, but that's another conversation.
Right, but let's say, all right, you start high school at 14, 15, minus 2 years. Yeah, so let's say
13, 14.
Yeah, let's say 13, 14. Right, cool, boom, done. You start dating at 12. You're 26 now. How many years is that? A lot of years. let's just leave it at that. I hate that we just all just.
I will admit.
You know what I mean? It was nothing but just now.
I won't.
I got that right too.
Yeah, I'm not.
But nah, like you have all that time together. It's like, wow, you put the time in the work for it. You didn't have parents that were together. You know what I'm saying? They split because they didn't make it work. You know what I mean? They had you, and they're still in your life. They're still around each other to be there for you, but they're just not together because it doesn't work.
All right.
You're making it work, and you didn't have that in your life to witness firsthand because you didn't have people in your life that made it work. You know what I mean? Like, it all depends on the mindset, because there could be people that grow up without having their dads in their life, having their mom in their life, whatever, that, just self-inflict, just damage their own relationship or whatever, just because out of fear, make up some kind of excuse behind it. Because, oh, this person did my mommy wrong, don't mean someone's going to do you wrong or do you the same way. You know what I mean? I'm like, self-sabotage is a thing, just, it all depends on the mindset. Like I said, personally, I'm not losing my drive. I refuse to. I'm not, not going to try to have faith in people. I'm not going to not try to, be better. It all depends on the mindset. Not everyone can have that mindset. I have days where I struggle. Mm-hmm. I have days trying to figure out where I'm going to get things from, how I'm going to get them. But I make a way. I try to. And when I do, I try to give it back and then some. I never forget to say thank you. Because, it matters. If it matters to you, it's always gonna matter to you. Even when you think you don't, because you can get to your dying age, and I've seen this with my family members, you can get to a ripe old age, and it becomes like those times where you think about certain things. If you could still think about it now, and it happened over a decade ago, it mattered. It still matters, because it helped make you who you are. If it didn't happen, let's say you became a lonely, old, miserable coot, you missed out on something. So it's always going to matter. If it mattered then, it's going to matter later. It may not be of the same virtual value that it started with, but it's still going to matter. And if it matters, let it push you and drive you. I know people get tired of me. If you smell what the rock's cooking.
Steroids.
Don't do that.
He's cooking steroids.
All them dudes probably did steroids at one point, man.
There's a healthy type of steroid, though, that, like, because there's steroid in chicken. People still eat it.
But nah, that's not like taking
that's
steroids.
not what I'm talking about.
That's still a steroid. They're steroids for pain, just so you can feel better.
But that's not what I'm talking about.
I don't think that. Okay, hold on. No, because there are natural body athletes from working out and putting the time in work.
Yeah, I understand, but it's not what I'm talking about here.
So you think? So if I showed you one of my closest friends, and I've showed you both before, my boy Shaq, like he's having a contest out here in Charlotte, and I definitely plan on going to that for him. He's bodybuilding champion, all natural, right?
Are you talking about Shaq?
My boy Shaq.
Exception, not
but
the rule.
Is he from New York or?
Yeah.
Okay, no.
Exception, not the rule.
That's what I'm saying. Exception. I think he could be the exception.
Exception, exactly, not the rule. I understand your point.
Okay, cool.
But I said
that would suck if that's the other way around.
Hey, man.
I mean, well, hey, for he's an old man, so I mean, he's not old, but he's an older man.
Hey man, he's been in the entertainment business for a long time, man.
For sure. I wouldn't question it back then. I mean, because a lot of people were doing it. Vince McMahon, there's no way. There's no way.
I feel like if you stay in doing stuff like that, it's gotta be a requirement. It's not a requirement, but it's damn near a must do after a certain point.
Like this man, Vince McMahon, to this day.
Look at
like,
John Cena.
Walks. He's still huge. He's still huge. Pause.
He didn't start
But
out.
he started body. Yes, he did.
He didn't start out. He didn't start looking crazy like he ended up being though.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Him and Dave Bautista. Yes, they did. Before they became WWE superstars, they were huge bodybuilders back in the day.
When he first went against Kurt Angle, he wasn't all that stocky.
Yes, he was.
He wasn't.
You don't just naturally like stay in that type of position where you glow. You know, your body has to heal and rest. There are resting points. Like his resting point is just bigger now. There's been points like if you see him flexing magazine, oils can make your body shine. He was a big dude. Batista, big dude. You kidding me? I'm like those are some big dudes back in the day. Look, I'm a diehard wrestling fan since I was a child. Okay, so I pay attention to that history. But yeah, certain, you know what I mean. So they could have done it back then, but he was big. Like they all were big dudes.
Okay.
I mean, if you're taking a hit and your body is coming from someone who wrestled amateurly, like you have to keep your body, up to date and not up to date, up to par and healthy to have to take as many slams, concussions.
Trav is a robot. I knew it.
Yeah. The Traverse is a robot. He just slipped up when we caught him, guys, on camera. Nigga said kept his software up to date. You all heard it. I'm a cyborg.